Yeezus opens with a provocative proclamation in On Sight. Fuck whatever you all been hearing, a monster about to come alive again. Real nigger back in the house again. How much do I not give a fuck? This album gives us everything. In Yeezus, Kanye draws on music from tribal drums, for example in Black Skinhead opening, which is mesmerising, addictive and powerful, to the sweetest of soulful voices, the harshest of industrial electro and snuff-like prog rock elements. At times, these are mixed up with grime, rap, magnetically driven sounds and orchestral strings, samplings from music of different eras and interventions from a long list of talented artists. In Kanye's graphic words, you can feel the street he pounded and at times sank down upon in his life. Every aspect of this album is faultless perfection, but it is the lyrics and themes which project this album from being a work of art to a socially important masterpiece. Thank goodness everyone's going to hear it. For in Yeezus, Kanye reminds us of the historic atrocities which present prejudices are founded upon, and amidst which we must find happiness and nurture love. In Black Skinhead, his theme song, Kanye owns he's been a menace for the longest, but I ain't finished, I'm devoted. At this stage, I'm wondering if there's religious meaning in Kanye's devotion, but I don't doubt his musical devotion and selfless commitment, which is heard in the sound and structure of every brilliant track. Kanye West may have a reputation for arrogance, but ironically, his humility to his art is the greatest. Take I Am a God. The opening vocals are stunning, broken through with Kanye's conversationalist voice in which he describes someone who thinks he's a god, while simultaneously giving us a depictive and Jerome-like judgmental opinion on this guy. Unlike his personal theme, Kanye's God is not autobiographical. The God is someone else, and that someone else also looks like a symbol for materialism and the emptiness that goes with that. Kanye tells us, "My whole life is in the hands of God." This important message is enhanced and invigorated by sounds flying into the ether of the universe with heavenly harmonics signing off, "Ain't no way I'm giving up." In New Slaves, today's racism is expounded and hounded into the clarity of its origins of enslavement. Take, for example, broke nigger and rich nigger racism. You see, it's broke nigger racism, that's that don't touch anything in the store, and this rich nigger racism, that's that come in, please buy more. What you want, a Bentley, fur coat, a diamond chain? All you blacks want all the same thing. The physical and mental pain of the generations before are captured in the deeply moving outro with Frank Ocean singing Too High Again. This is one of the many moments of pure musical beauty, again containing a theme of deity. Here's a translation. Once the sun got so tired it fell asleep on the deep green lake surface. The people suffered from the darkness, and she regretted us and she became one of us. The emptiness of fame and the fragility of the exposed ego in I'm In It is unforgivingly portrayed. Ending with a downfall of complete human consumption, this song moves immediately into the opening of Blood on the Leaves by a sampling of Nina Simone covering Billie Holiday's classic Strange Fruit. With this emotional opening, Kanye puts slavery in front of us again, with Nina's voicing of Strange Fruit hanging from the poplar trees. This refers to the earlier lynching of African Americans. In this phenomenal song, we see the joining of the cruel racism of the lynch years with the racism of today, not only lyrically, but also in Kanye and Nina's singing, as at the end of verse 2, Nina's voicing of the strange in fruit coincides with Kanye singing Something Strange is Happening. With an artist of the intellectual depth and consideration of Kanye West, this will not be a coincidence. The multi-layered writing with repeating references to religion, equality, alcoholism, loneliness, hold my liquor, baby girl, he's a loner, blood on the leaves, losing love, blood on the leaves, and his heritage, in particular his black heritage on and off the streets. This is a multi-layered album to a consistently genius standard, with many moments of breath-holding, world-stopping beauty, like the opening of I Am a God and the closing of New Slaves. Kanye's lyrics become increasingly explicit with Guilt Trip and Send It Up, while the final song demonstrates an appreciation of a different type of values. Interestingly, a wisdom emerges, one good girl is worth 1,000 bitches. Also witnessed is the insight, I know you're tired of loving with nobody to love, nobody, nobody. And then it ends. But it's not over. For having introduced Jerome in I Am a God, Kanye now puts Saint Jerome centre stage. Jerome's in the house, watch your mouth. Jerome was the scholarly saint who as a student behaved waywardly and having repented deeply criticised extreme immorality. Jerome described the horror of hell as everywhere the spirit shudders as the very silences terrify, Virgil. And in this, Yeezus is summed up. The album rhythmically shudders as it addresses racism and slavery, while the emptiness of fame and materialism have a terrifying pointlessness about them. Maybe Kanye West is moving on with his phenomenal intellect and unparalleled musicality into an arena of greater spirituality. I don't know and wouldn't want to predict such an explosive artist's next step. But I find myself coming back to Kanye's clear expression of devotion in Black Skinhead. I ain't finished, I'm devoted. I trust this spirituality and believe it also to be musically true. This incredible and massively important album is genius.